You see, I don't even understand women of these days. Our mothers give birth to 15 children. But you're just
Say Aproko Nation. This thing that Emeka and Nkechi are arguing about is actually in many problems, in many issues, many families in this country. Because think about it, who actually decides how many children a couple has? But since Emeka and Nkechi have decided to drag the matter outside, me too have decided to enter the streets to find out who decides how many children a couple has. Let's go. So yeah, I think that having this kind of conversation is very important, simply because, let's face it, Nigeria has one of the highest mortality rates in the world. Yes, if I'm correct, yes, one of the highest mortality rates in the world. And there are a couple of reasons why that happens. It could be because of bleeding during pregnancy, sometimes unsafe abortion. It could be because of, hypertension in pregnancy, eclampsia, etc. And one of the major causes of these things, or rather one of the causes of these things, is simply because we don't space our pregnancies enough. And also because women don't feel like they are empowered enough to make the decisions about their own body. We live in a country where people believe that the number of pregnancies or the number of children is determined by a man. And it's not enough to sit in our own separate bubbles and just act like everything is all right. Let's find out from the people of the streets exactly who decides. This is for me to also show what the temperature on the streets is like, because if you don't know what the temperature on the streets is like, then what message are you trying to pass across? So what exactly do Nigerians believe about pregnancy, spacing, family planning, and etc.? I really want to find out. But I'm not looking for the bougie people. I'm looking for the regular Emekas and Nkechis that we can ask these questions. I think we're almost close to where I think there'd be a couple of all those people. Just random people, basically. Yeah. Yeah, so we're at somewhere to ask those questions, but Dotto is trying to help me get. Good afternoon, sir. You know, saying a man and woman, they combine, they make kids, right? But couples, they decide how many children they get. They get like 2, they finish like 4, they finish like 6, they finish like 10. Who be the person when they decide that whether man and woman will get 4 children? It's not the man and the woman. And the man they decide. Why you think that the man they decide? But the woman they carry.
Then the man, because the man now he go think about his property. So that if he die, he go know so to I don't get like also people for them my property.
So for your own answer now, the man decide.
No, it's two of them.
It's two of them that decide.
Yes.
Why do you say so?
Because anything like this, you have to let your wife know. She may have reason, one thing or the other. Make her also have 3, 4. No, you may have your own. After the conclusion of everything.
It's both of them.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think it should be the man.
It should be the man. Why do you say so?
Because on the long term, it will be the man will be the sole provider. So the one that will determine how far I should be able to cater for my children. In a situation whereby the man is working, both of them are working.
Yes. Who makes that decision?
Who makes the decision? I think it should still be the man. Yes. Don't let us adopt this Western culture of yes. I think it should still be the man.
My name is Slim. Thank you. Yeah.
Why did you
Well, people are surprised by
There's
by
my
the name.
Was it now or before?
So they gave you the name based on what you look like. There was a guy who has an eye problem. He couldn't see from one eye, he need to focus. So I accepted mine.
Wow. So we're
I've done a small research on family planning, child spacing, maternal mortality and stuff. But I want to bring it down to the streets. And so our question is, between a man and a woman, in a couple, whether it be married or relationship, who decides how many kids they have? Who makes that decision?
For me, it should be a joint decision, not just for the man to decide or just for the woman to decide. Because you have to take into account tradition, culture, and even religion. So some people would say, okay, because of our religion, we have to have this number of children, and we can't do this or we can't do that. And in our culture, the more children you have, the more prosperous you are. But then we have to take into account where we live today, the reality of the world. And I tell people, if it's only one child you can take care of, just go ahead and then do that, and it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's the advice I give people.
Okay, I can say it depends on the relationship they both have, even before they feature into marriage. Okay, if I'm to use myself as an example, between I and my husband, I decide.
You decide.
I decide, but on the long road, my husband had to concur my decision. Like in the beginning, they said, okay, I want 3 child. Before, when it's time for the marriage, due to the situation of Nigeria, I said, no, our 2 is 1, our 3 is 2. So even now, after the first child,
But now, are you sure you really want
no, we still really want to have the second one. But if I'm to go with my husband's decision, my first child now is just 3. So my husband was still like, with this Nigerian economy, no, let that one grow a bit. Maybe by when she's 4 or 5, we'll have the second one.
I mean, it's not based on one person. I think it should be
both of them?
joint agreement.
Why do you say so?
Well, that's what works for me. So, because when I met my husband, he was 5 kids, and I was like, okay, that's not bad. If it's possible to okay, if you're coming in 1 or 2 pregnancies, that's fine. But if I'm actually going to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's something that we both decided to be fine. We took the balance at 5, but it's now going to be 7 by time and situation of the country.
But the most important thing is that both of you are
Yes, we agree. Yes, we both agree.
Secondly, what do you think is the ideal space between 2 kids?
For me, I'm going to be a bit biased. I'll say 4.
4 years.
Yeah,
Why do you
because
say so?
at least it will give the woman time to recover. And then also, I'm looking at the pockets too. Because if all your children are in school at the same time, I come from Ghana, and in Ghana our secondary education is a little different from the Nigerian one. So you do basic school from class 1 to JS3 in one place. Then when you finish, you write your junior WAEC, you pass, then you can go to senior high school. So that's in another completely different school. And so it's good to have that space. So whilst your child is in maybe senior high school, the other one could be just completing primary school, entering junior high school. So when they finish senior high school, the other one can now come in. So it's not a lot of weight and pressure on you, the parents, to take care of the kids. Yeah.
Okay, ideal spacing between 2 children should be 2.
2 months,
2
years.
No, 2 years, 3 years.
2 years, 3 years.
2 years, 3 years. But now it now depends on maybe the communication and agreement between the both partners.
So I think it's obvious what the prevailing mindset is. Despite the fact that we're in an urban area, a lot of people still believe that, last at the man they make the decision. And whether we like it or not, this does not really bode well, because women need to have agency, right? Women need to be a part of the decision process. And just some few people here and there, but majorly most people still think, yes, it's the man making the decision. And then the major reason why they think it's the man making the decision is simply a provision. I hope I get better answers when next we're going to, but let's see. Fingers crossed. Mama. So saying a man and woman they join, they make picking. between the man and the woman, who they decide how many children that they get? It's the man. Why?
The man is the head of the family. The head of the family and the one that will pay the bill. The man that will pay the bill.
So if the man says 7 and he can pay for the 7, fine. So what of is the woman that her body is carrying the children? Does she not have any opinion in this matter? She cannot have any opinion. No. So the question be say, if na the man na him they decide how many children, right? Because say na him they provide. What if the woman self get job where they provide too?
The woman will only support the man.
She will only support the man.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
The man responsibility
To take care of the family.
Yes.
Basically, it's the man. Okay, why did you say so?
Because I don't know where to stop. They love kids, trust me. I have 2. And I told my wife before we got married, 2 is enough. But she said, now we have 2 and they're grown up. I said, like, baby, let's just have one more.
Another one.
It's crying out the baby, the house. So I think the man
does the time between 2 children, we good. Between you born the first one and when you born the second one, what do you think is the best time? Is it 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, 8 months? 2 years. 2 years. Thank you very much. I beg this granules to enter my eye. Terence, please help me. Now, what do you think is the ideal time between 2 pregnancies?
2 years. 2 years, the card need to do together. And afraid to have it go. 2 years is 2 years, 1 years permanent.
Yeah, so usually it's 2 years.
Yeah.
But one of the major reasons health-wise is so that if the pregnancies are too close in between, it takes a toll on the woman's body and can even lead to things like low birth weight in the child, anemia in the woman. But 2 years.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. So basically, we'll see what has happened, right? Some people give answers that were okay, some people give answers that I necessarily don't agree with, but we're not going to go there. However, what's important is that everybody's educated. When it comes to child spacing, what's important is that after every live birth, as per you just came to the hospital and then you just downloaded, bam, you should wait at least 18 to 24 months before attempting to go for the next child. So that's 2 years. After 2 years, then start trying for the next one. This gives the woman the body time to recover and even prevents her from many complications. For example, anemia, preeclampsia, and even low birth weight in the child. Another thing that is also very important is agency, right? We live in a society where people feel like women don't have a right. Of course, you can see the women by the roadsides arguing that it's the man who has the final decision. I don't believe so. The women are the ones who carry the pregnancies. The women are the ones whose bodies are being run over by these pregnancies. And so they deserve a place at the table to make these decisions. But you see, it's not just about making decisions. What I honestly think is that if women are empowered enough, then they are going to make these decisions. Empowered not just in knowledge, but also empowered economically. Because most of the reasons we've heard that you've even watched when we hear is the man that makes decision. And you ask why, they tell you provision. Women have jobs too. Women should be decision makers also. But then again, people need to understand, and this is just the first video. We're going to do another one. Hopefully, people must have seen this video and they understand that another thing that is very important is family planning. What does family planning do? It helps you space effectively, because sometimes family planning via the natural routes does not really give you the kind of results that you require. It's a little bit more tedious. People can forget family planning and then have, stories that touch. Those things happen. So let me know what you believe in the comment section. If you don't agree, it's fine. Sharp it in the comment section so that we can both learn from each other and
about befitting.
Aproko, why isn't so many YouTube this video? I think it's YouTube problem. But anyhow, what I've said is that opinion that is inside your head, put it in the comment section. Let's talk.